guys, Heath from Nonstop Progress, and today I'm going to show you one of my typical technical training sessions. So as some of you know, I just got back from a 5th metatarsal fracture, and before that I had actually fractured my arm. And so basically this is what I'm doing to try to get back my technical ability and my touch so I can return to play in the upcoming season. And so what I usually like to do whenever I'm warming up for this technical session is do a box first touch drill where you're taking your first touch outside the sides of the box. So this is a good way to get warmed up and get your touch kind of ready to go so that whenever we implement the high intensity aspect of it, your touch is already ready to go. And so the next progression of this drill is pretty much similar, but you're basically still taking your touch on the outsides of the gate, but now you're meeting in the middle for a 1-2. And so basically you receive a hard weighted pass and you take your touch outside the gates, you play it into your partner, and then you meet in the middle for a little 1 touch. And so, you know, basically this will just get you kind of moving, get your touch going, and kind of work on your first touch a little bit more. This technical drill is like one of my favorites. I usually do this every single time I go to the field, whether or not I'm doing a technical focused training session, just because it gets your touch so warmed up. And so the next drill is a little bit more movement, and so considering the fact that I just got back from a 5th metatarsal fracture, I can't really move that well, as you can see, but I'm still trying to hang in there and still trying to do the drill. And so basically this drill is where you're doing 1 touches in the middle of the 3 cones, and then whenever the partner calls a color, you go to that color, you play a 1-2, and you get a pass through the gate. You take a touch on the other side, you play it through the gate, and then you have 1 touches in the middle on the sides. That's a little confusing, but you can see what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to explain. So the next drill is just going to be really simple, 2 touches and a gate. And so basically this is just a really fun gated technical passing drill where, you know, if you take your touch too far in front of the gate, then it's the other person's point. You can play points, but honestly I recommend that you all just try to keep it going and just try to play really hard weighted passes. And so basically, as you can see, we're playing really hard weighted passes, and we're doing actually a pretty damn good job at controlling the ball and being able to keep the ball in play. Okay, so the next drill is kind of like the same thing, but it's more just like 1 touches in the middle. And so you're doing like a shuffle to the ball in the middle, and then you're doing like a back shuffle out, and you're just kind of doing this continuous movement. And so this drill is more of just like replicating a back pass or like a layoff. If you're like a 9 or if you're a 6, this is actually pretty applicable. Okay, so now the last drill is actually one of my favorite juggling drills, and basically your partner calls 1, 2, or 3, and then depending on whatever number he calls, you do that amount of touches. And so you got to call it in the air, and so you're kind of reacting and kind of operating on the fly. And so you can see it actually kind of gets a little hard because, like, you know, he passes it and he calls 1, and then all of a sudden you got to react to play it back in the first time. So, you know, this is actually a good drill if you're looking to get some reactive work in. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe. It really helps me out. And I hope that you all stay tuned to the next couple weeks, because I'm going to be training a lot, and I'm going to be posting a lot of training content because I just got back from a 5th metatarsal fracture, like I've been saying. And so I hope you enjoy the video, like I said, and we'll see what the future holds. Peace. Stay tuned for some bloopers.